Hey there, guys and girls, how you doing? It's great to have you here. I'm Dan Ashendorf, and today I'm going to show you a really cool way to grow your company. And also I'm going to show you the way that, frankly, most of the big, very successful tech companies have become very big, very fast. And that's through something called, and before I tell you what it's called, let's have a look at how I'm actually running this video. So I'm using a company called Zoom. Now, the service I'm using at the moment is free, so it doesn't cost me anything to run this video on Zoom. And yet Zoom has just recently listed, I think they've listed, and they are worth, either they're listed or they've been valued, not sure, but they've been valued at $9 billion, right? So $9 billion for a company that sells free products. How does that work? And that's through something called Freemium. So you offer the basic service for free, and then you upsell various features to people. We've seen it, customers rather, we've seen it through a whole bunch of different ways. For example, you can have gaming applications where you get in gaming different sort of upsells, you need to buy credits and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to look at a few examples there, and I'm going to show you how I do it as well, and how, more importantly, how possibly you can get a cut of this gravy train, which is, frankly, as I said, this is the way that these very large, successful multinationals have become very big. And I think this is possibly the best way there is for a startup to get going without a significant marketing budgets or ads or any sort of viral things. You know, this is a very simple way to get started and grow big on low budgets. So I want to show you a couple of examples here. So the first one is the famous, let me make myself small, the famous Dropbox. So we all know about Dropbox. Not sure how much they're worth, but Dropbox gives you a free account. You can upload some stuff. Same with Amazon as well. But the thing is, you at some stage, and I was going to say you sort of hit your limit very quickly, but that's not true. There is a reasonable amount of storage there on the free option. But with that said, it actually, most people will hit the limit of the free plan reasonably soon, even though it's quite generous, and then they're going to be upgraded, which is what I've done on a number of occasions on a number of accounts. So you can see that it's worked for Dropbox, it's worked for Zoom. The other one is the very mighty Google. Now you can see here that Google, again, with Gmail and Google storage and everything else, they give you the free options. 90% of people are going to be using the free option, but I've hit the limit of my free option and I've gone ahead to the next level, which is 100 gig storage. It doesn't cost me a lot of money, but nevertheless, I'm a fully paid member of Google storage services. The next thing I want to show you is Spotify. And Spotify, again, being a free service, but then most people wanting the added features are going to go for the premium. So that's a very successful company there. BuzzSumo is another model where you can actually try different terms. For example, if I go for coffee here on BuzzSumo, you can see what's trending, what's being shared, and so on. So that's, you kind of get hooked into that, so you can see all the various terms and how they are being engaged with on social media. But then if you look at the pricing on BuzzSumo, and I don't know how much money they're making, I imagine they are making a pretty penny. So if we look at, let me go into BuzzSumo and let's try to find that pricing model just here. And you can see here, guys, you're looking at $79 a month. So that kind of begs the question of, and we're not even looking at the trial, we're looking at the free, entirely free option, and they are making a lot of money based on the people who they've hooked in through this freemium model. So that works, guys, time and time again. And when you offer something for free, it's really easy to share it on social media and do a whole bunch of stuff with it, and sort of run webinars with it. And it just, there is no cost of initial sale, so it's going to be a surefire way to get clients onto the service. And of course, you need to plan what sort of added features you're going to be giving, what the benefits are, and how do you lure people in to start paying. But this is the best way that I can think of actually starting your startup in the quickest way possible. Now, do I do this? Yes, I do, but with a difference. I don't actually do it entirely free. This is my coaching. I'm not plugging my coaching, by the way. I'm just saying I've actually started my coaching with a $1 trial. It works for me because then I've got people on the system, and so I don't have to kind of go back and ask them to pay the full price. So they have a trial. It's a little bit different to freemium. It's a trial. Why don't you try doing that? Trial them for either for no money at all, possibly for $1. $1 being almost as free, but then at least I've got the details on the system. I know they've got PayPal set up and so on. So that works for me. That's kind of my equivalent of freemium. By the way, little plug in there, guys. If you do want to jump on my coaching, by all means. That's not the purpose of this video, but nevertheless, you'll find it here, and I can't recommend it highly enough. It is definitely going to get you started on with a bang. But moving away from there, guys, and as I said, that's not the reason. That's not the raison d'etre for this video. I just wanted to show you the common denominator that the big companies, the big tech companies use in order to really scale up quickly. So do think about this, guys. If you're either got a startup or you're thinking about any sort of product to set up a virtual product, it doesn't necessarily work well with physical products, even though with physical we see things like free plus shipping. That's an entirely different model, because with free plus shipping, basically you just pay for the product, and the shipping you just you say that you don't pay, but actually you do pay. Very, very different to software, where you do literally have this free option to get in and then trial the service, get hooked, and then hopefully you are going to be upgrading onto the premium features. Just something to think about, guys. Hopefully you found this video informative. Can't wait to speak to you at the next one. I'm Dan Ashendorf. Do make sure, guys, you subscribe to my channel. I've got some really, really cool ways for you to keep in touch with me, get some daily tips and tricks down below on my Facebook and Instagram and Quora and everywhere else. Looking forward to speaking to you very soon, guys. All the best. Dan Ashendorf signing out. Take care. Bye-bye.